good afternoon, buenas noches, buenas tardes. Let's see how many other languages I don't know. Bonsoir, bonjour, a little French, a little Spanish. Gosh, I wish I spoke Italian and Portuguese, but I don't. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gems. It's morning for me, even though we're pre-recording here this time from Houston, Texas. And I have just finished my morning ritual. What a funny word. And at the same time, it really is like a ritual, what I do in the morning. And I've wanted to share this with you because it's made such a difference for me. And what started out as something that I had to make myself do, I had to literally make myself wake up at 6 o'clock. It was not something that came naturally for me. I wish that I was one of those people that just, goes to bed well, I do go to bed all happy, but wakes up just super happy at 6 a.m., ready to go. Let's do the gym. Let's yee-haw. No, that's actually not me. I actually have to make myself get up. And so one of the ways I started with that is this really cool, well, I don't know whether you call it a meditation, a ritual. I guess the whole thing, I do my best to don't turn on my computers, don't turn on my Wi-Fi for at least 45 minutes to an hour when I first get up. Sometimes I get out of bed. Sometimes I stay in bed. Sometimes I stay in bed for the first, I do. Okay, so let me tell you what I've started doing. I do these self-gratitude talks, I call them, and meditations like in 10-minute increments. So there's a 10-second timer on your iPhone if you have one, which is what I have. And so I set the timer for two reasons. One, to wake me up in case I go back to sleep doing my own meditation, because God knows sometimes I do. And secondly, to set an orientation of what can I accomplish in 10 minutes. I'm just like, wow. And what can you accomplish in 10 minutes? Have you ever looked at life like that? What could you accomplish in 10 minutes? And what if you could change your life in 10 minutes? So I run a mantra a lot of the time. It's the Access Consciousness mantra. It's all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I run that for 10 minutes. Then I have this sort of self-gratitude talk. I've been talking to myself now for a little over a year. I pick a body part and I tell my body part, whether it's my hands or my neck or my beautiful rest of me, my chest, my waist, my hips, whatever. I pick a body part every day, and for 10 minutes, I tell my body part that it's beautiful. Actually, I started off with it's pretty because I couldn't quite get to it's pretty. Actually, before I started off with pretty, I started off with thank you. I'm grateful for you, because that was where I had to start. I was so disconnected from my body and having any kind of connection. It just was like, wow. So I had to start where I started, which was, I really am grateful for you hands. I'm really, really, really grateful. I write with you, you hold things. And actually I fell last year in Costa Rica in a little mini mudslide, and I sprained my hand really badly and couldn't really use it for a couple months, not the way I can now. And I got real clear real fast that I really loved my left hand. And I was like, oh my God, I love you. I love you. I don't know if any of y'all have ever hurt a body part or not had use of a body part. That's when all of a sudden you're like, dang, I love my body. And what if you wouldn't have to hurt yourself to get the awareness that your body wants to be your best friend, companion through life, would really like to have a communion with you, which is not like woo-woo, it's more like, hey, Your body has a point of view. Hey, your body even knows like who it would like to sleep with. And it has nothing to do with what goes on in your head or between your ears. Ooh, wake up call. Anyway, that's a whole nother podcast. But today, this morning, I wanted to let you know and share with you what I have been doing. And it's really changing my days, my day. When I get up and the first thing I do for 30 to 40 to 55 minutes is tell my body how grateful I am, run the Access mantra, and a few other things I do, I am beginning to actually appreciate my difference. I have always felt like an outsider. It's like, wait, what planet am I? Wait, what are all these people doing here? That's been like my basic point of view since I've been here. I've never really felt like I've had really close friends. I have a lot of people that I have like fun around and enjoy being with or enjoy, celebrating with, but I never have really felt like I've had a really close friend. Even when I was little, it seemed like I would just have a girlfriend. We'd be doing things together. And then I had a stepsister who always managed to somehow take her away and make her best friend. How in the world did that happen? I don't know, but it happened every single time. And I think I just sort of went, oh, fuck it, hell, I don't know. Some of those decisions are like, whatever, I don't know, whatever we decide when we're younger. Thank God for the tools and the simultaneity of time, and we can destroy and uncreate some of the decisions we made, and actually all of them if you would like, but we usually don't, in the past. And so when something like that comes up for me, I use this amazing access tool, point of creation, point of destruction, and I release that decision that I made that locked me up or locked me out of having friends. But that really has been a lot of my life. I just look at everybody and I go, am I from another place here? I don't understand you. I don't understand. Like I got an email this morning from, I really like this guy. He's a politician. I know it's kind of hard to like politicians sometimes, but this guy was a really, really good sheriff in our town. And I got an email from him today. He's now running for another office. And his opposition is, this is like, Lord, what kind of world do we live in? Everything's the opposite of what appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what appears to be. His opposition is saying that he should not have fired the deputy that he fired when he found out that the deputy had been harassing women. So this is just like, what? This is like, wait, what did I just read? I had to read it like 3 times. That the person who's running against him for office is pointing out that what he did during sheriff was not a good thing. He should not have fired the sheriff that was found to be harassing women. Say what? Wait, what? What kind of world are we living in now? Wait, say what? I mean, do you get how crazy this world is that we live in? So I'm here to share with you some crazy tools that actually help you not get so involved with the meanness, the anger, the sadness, the insanity that we see all around us. And one of them is to claim and own your difference. Another one is to ask, who does this belong to every thought, feeling, and emotion, so you don't get like, wow, bogged down by everybody else's insanity. For me, morning meditations include asking these questions and taking a look at the world and the future beyond myself that I would like to create, And wow, there's a lot going on here this morning. I would so love it if you guys would write me, My website is curryglassell.com, and I do have an email. It would be super cool to hear you and hear from you about my podcast. If you have any questions, maybe one day I'll figure out how to have like a podcast Facebook group or something, but working on it for now. Would love to hear your point of view. If you like these podcasts, what else you'd like to hear. If you're like, forget about it, we're done, So would love to have your feedback. Anyway, So on one of the things I do for myself in my gratitude talk to myself is that I put on my iPhone something that reads, claim and own your difference and your value. Now, I also did this a year ago. I had a very good friend, dear friend. She's never lived in the same town as me, but we're good friends. And I don't know, if you know how you have friends who are in different places and towns, you know, it just works differently than if someone's around. And she said to me something that I thought was like, I couldn't even hear her say it to me. And this was about a year ago. And she said, if you don't claim, acknowledge, and value the difference you are on this planet, you will not be effective. I was like, shit, what does that mean? And she said, you're wasting your life then. And I went, shoot, dang. Okay, so I've been asking that question. So the first thing I did was, even though I didn't really grok, I don't know if you guys ever read Stranger in a Strange Land, but this like Martian guy comes to Earth and he's like, he can't understand everybody. So he like goes, I don't grok you. But anyway, that's another story. So she said that to me and I went, okay, I don't know exactly what she means by this, but it seems important. So I'm going to put on my phone every weekend, like it reminds me on Friday, and then every Saturday, my phone says, Curry, claim and own your difference and your value. And I have to tell you something, that this week and even this morning when it came up, I went, oh, yeah, I have value. Oh, yeah. And I began to receive the energy of that for the first time. Maybe I'm a little slow, you know, but this is the encouragement I want to give you guys. Sometimes we start on a journey and it may take a little time for it to sink in. You know, my son says, you get it when you get it, Mom. And he's right. So why judge yourself until you get it? Because that's just ridiculous, which is also, of course, a judgment. But anyway, that's another thing. So what if you were in allowance of yourself and you began to ask the question, what is my difference and what is my value? And what does claiming and owning it mean? Just ask the question, what does that mean? It's taken me a year, literally, to begin to resonate and vibrate with that question. So don't be worried if you have no idea what I just said. Feel free to write me and ask me more questions. All right. So, wow. How many minutes do we have left, creative producer? Where are we? Oh, we're out of time. Oh, how does it get any better than this? Okay, guys, that's good because I didn't want to ramble on and bore you. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Gems with Curry Glassell. See you next time.